most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Hunter Collins, Roustabout.
God, Austin's changed.
Do you really
man.
think San Francisco is going to fall into the ocean?
Yeah, I do, and I think it'll be just my luck that it'll fall into the ocean when I'm there. And
But I don't think you've had a series of bad luck as a commuter in the skies.
I just spent a week on Jason Rouse's couch.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't like your flight was canceled and you had nowhere to go.
No, but I don't know. I feel I am I'm like lucky. But
Have you missed a flight before?
I've had tons of flights canceled. Oh, I've missed a flight, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many missers?
One misser.
I did one misser in the same spot twice. Fell asleep at my gate and missed 2 flights.
Oof.
Turned a 34-hour travel into a 45-hour travel.
Brutal, man. I was in Glasgow.
Oh, I
trying
love
to get back to
Glasgow.
Toronto.
Glasgow's great.
Yeah, and I'd gotten intimate with the lady, and I fucking just fucked it all up.
No.
And then I get to the airport, and it was like all the guards had machine guns, and I was trying to ask for directions to like where my gate was, and they pointed me the wrong way, and like I had a feeling it was the wrong way, but who am I to second guess a man holding a automatic
And you don't want to challenge him in the airport in his own. Where are you from in America, sir?
Yeah.
Not even, mate.
A machine gun is scarier indoors. Like
Try Moscow airport with snowdrifts and German shepherds with machine guns.
Yeah, man.
Terrifying.
Certain things belong indoors, certain things belong outdoors. Machine gun's an outdoor thing. Like dildo outdoors, way scarier than dildo indoors.
Oh, you know what? I've never really packaged it like that before. But yes, dildo outdoors is terrifying.
Free range dildo? Alley cat dildo?
I'll tell you, it's ruined a lot of my camping trips. No, you don't want certain things outside. Like when you see a fridge on someone's front lawn.
Right, instantly. Or
you start laughing, like, look at those losers.
Yeah. All the grocery stores in Germany have cars inside, like promotional cars.
Really? Like they do in the 50s or something, the brand new Cadillac next to the Campbell's soup.
Yeah, man, it just shatters your sense of reality.
I think they do that with marketing a lot too, to kind of give you to stop you in your tracks. Somebody told me that is you take normal things and you put them in upside down worlds, and that's how you get people to engage.
Oh yeah,
it's like a little
raises a scare.
It's really weird. We're so simple, but it's terrible.
I'm falling into the ocean, man, for sure. I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow, and it's that peninsula or whatever it is, that tectonic plate is shifting.
Let me ask you this question that everybody wants to know is, what's your playlist? And you get, let's say, 3 songs.
Okay, while I'm sinking into the briny?
Yeah, like the world is collapsing under your feet. There's people fleeing to safer and higher ground.
Yeah.
But the ground is literally collapsing under their feet. Cars are just falling off into the river. It's a full-on Will Smith movie without all the slapping.
Full-on Will Smith movie. Okay, well in that case, I guess Men in Black by Will Smith, Wild Wild West by Will Smith, and then while I'm taking a big gulp of the briny, Octopus's Garden.
No, they don't have to be Will Smith songs.
Will Smith, Octopus's Garden for the last one.
What's Octopus Garden?
Octopus Garden, the Beatles. I like to be
Oh,
under the sea
okay.
in the octopus's
Or the
garden.
soundtrack for Aquaman.
Yeah, man, that's good shit. Captain Nemo theme, something like that.
Yeah, there would have to be something a little ironic because you wouldn't. It's one of those things where you kind of kick out to death about a third of the way into the song,
Yeah, yeah.
so you don't even get the hook to
Yeah.
hum out while you're sinking.
Oof, dying during the bridge.
Yes.
No, what would be cool would be the end of Terminator theme when he does that and like gives the thumbs up into the lava.
Oh.
'Cause that's my dying in the water move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only I would do this and I'd go. And
I
then I go.
I'd use like Wicker Man
Nice.
soundtrack. Didn't they, those bitches, put old Nick Cage in a fucking wood stick?
Yeah, they did, and he said, "Killing me won't bring back your honey, you bitches," was his line. He screamed at the top of his lungs.
Wow. I think he improvised that line.
Yeah, he's got his head in a cage.
He's back. That guy is back, making
Yeah.
movies every other week.
He doesn't have to make castle movies anymore, right? You already had that big castle debt. He bought too many castles, and then he had to make shitty movies to pay for all these castles.
That's a dumb way to make a living, though, man. You just do one castle.
Yeah, but he just has to be like an angry widower with a gun for fucking 2 weeks on some set in Bulgaria, and he's that much closer to being Lord of the Castles again.
But what goes on? Look, what is that world where everyone's having sex and drugs in the sky?
Valhalla?
No, Oakville.
It's gonna be Muslim heaven?
What's
just the guys,
Caligula.
Caligula.
Yeah.
He's Roman emperor.
Yeah, isn't it a, wouldn't they have those orgies?
I'm sure they did.
Where they,
His were fucked up though. You didn't make it out of a Caligula orgy. That was
Oh,
fucked,
really?
fucked to death.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
Is this-
crazy.
Oh.
Caligula ordered his army to shoot arrows at the ocean
For what?
because he was mad at it.
Jesus.
He wanted to kill Poseidon. It's like,
Do you
when
mind
you and
if
I...
tie my shoe?
Sure. Like when you and I come out of a club in Hamilton and you go, those people are going to want to throw rocks at the moon.
Yeah.
That's Caligula.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure his orgies were legendary.
I hate orgies. Everyone's so pushy.
You got to push back, man.
No, I won't. Do you ever been roped into some weird, now you can talk about it. Your girlfriend's European, so there's not
Right.
like, she's not going to shame you for some sort of like 10-year-old escapade
No.
Sorry, anytime we were out in Alberta, or regrets.
No, I only have one. I only did a devil's three-way.
Is that with 9 guys?
Oh shit!
I saw this guy in a romance novel.
Holy baby! Heath Ledger back from the dead, and he's a fucking poser hipster.
Johnny Cartwheel. There's just bad shit on everybody's back.
Oh yeah, the water's full of bad shit here.
Yeah, this is bad shit river.
God, you just want to cool off in the summer, you gotta wear a condom.
It's bad shit all the way up, but look at that, right? It's quite nice.
That boat's full of guys wearing sheep masks, murdering vulnerable prostitutes.
And the worst part is they're peddling it. It's the world's largest paddle boat.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out now. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
It's pretty manageable.
I love these romantic walks with comics from Canada. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no complaints.
What a great way to stay single. It's just walk around with guys with a video camera.
Yeah, with an extendable tube in your arms.
I've tried. I'm overdue.
Oh yeah, man. You've made a couple comments over the week where you're saying
Yeah.
you need some hole.
I need whole, man. I need whole. I need. Look, as of a month from now, I'll have my tour in stone, and my special on the board for release, which I think will probably possibly be over the month of October, and then in September, October, some live dates. You can check those out at jasonrouse.com, and all through Eastern Canada, Southern Ontario.
Yeah, man. You want that Southern Ontario hole?
No. I'm just trying to book hole in. I don't have time for hole.
Is this how you manifest?
Yeah. Then I go,
Manifest
listen,
destiny?
by November I need some squirrel or I'm going to blow my brains out. I store it like camels do with water.
Yeah.
I get all this, as much sex as I can pile into one hole,
Okay.
which is really, their hole fills up my hole.
Yes,
Even though there's an in and out factor, there is a cosmic thing that kind of looks like the arm wrestler whisperer. Fantastic, by the way.
I want to hear more about your
Squirrels?
hole theory here. Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Their
seasonal
hole
for me.
feels your hole.
I don't know if it's mostly self-imposed superstitions, but I'm like a seasonal fruit.
Okay.
I'm more like Christmas cake.
What's that, like a gay guy on Christmas?
No. You know my elf costume with the cum bib on it and the goggles. I just go around in rollerblades. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm that fat chick that all guys fuck during the winter.
Right. Old reliable Rhonda.
Mud hump, they call me. Old Rhonda.
I mean, I've had times in my past where I would like hook up with like a beautiful woman, and then she's like, "Oh my! The last time I had sex was terrible. It was 2 years ago." I'm like, "What? Your whole life you could just like have anyone you want, but girls are like so selective."
And you got to also keep in mind it's a woman, and she's definitely lying.
Oh fuck! That never occurred to me. I'm such an innocent.
50?
I'm such a boy.
50 years old? What are you? 40?
I'm 39.
You're 39?
I mean, I should know by now.
In 10 years you will.
My God, I just feel like I found out like my parents fucked or something. You know, like that.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it does. Somebody told you a long time ago, or you adopted, that you're going to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
It's never been at a 50-50. You can't find a 50-50. Sometimes you're more susceptible to certain things, you know, your hormones, the smell.
Yeah.
And it's like witchcraft, you know, you find yourself, look, why do you fall, when you fall in love, what happens? You go crazy.
True.
So,
I mean, what else isn't true though? Like when I woke up Wednesday morning with a sore ass, you said I got drunk and fell on a banana. That's still true, right?
it was a door handle. Someone abandoned a door on the sidewalk,
Oh,
and you
good.
tripped backwards over it. There is wine, some Snoop Dogg wine if you're into it, on the counter.
I just might.
Yeah, you're still a consistent drinker.
Yeah, man.
Good
But
for you.
But I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But
Anymore.
most people that have got past 35 that still drink are full-blown piss tanks.
I keep it together.
Yeah, no, hey,
I gotta have something, you know? Like at morning, I need a day drug. I have coffee, and I only started drinking coffee when I quit weed because I just wanted to feel less like just me.
you need a little different stimulant.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter if it's like a caffeine buzz or a lethargic marijuana buzz. You just need a hard lane change.
yeah.
And then you can navigate because you get enough of yourself in your head that you can get through, I'm really high, but I'm not going to cry in public. Those are different people.
Yeah.
Some people change lanes. Like I said on stage, I go, stop giving the guy booze. He's a cokehead. He's a mess here. He shouldn't even be out tonight. That guy's your blow guy. Don't give him booze. He's going to piss himself and fight a cop.
It was nice getting some free booze in Austin too at the shows.
Yeah, how nice. You should have seen your face when there was a fridge in the green room. And whiskey.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
It only took me one help yourself bar for me to help myself everywhere, though. Even at shows I wasn't on.
That's fine. They just go, it's Jason. Who is that? It's Jason's friend. They expect that.
Yeah. They assume I'm more unhinged than I really am, and I'm banking on that. Like,
I know. I love watching you watch them watch me. It's like you're back at my first comedy shows in Toronto. You're like, oh, they're really going for this one.
Yeah, don't question that guy in the Raptors jersey taking a beer. He might come on you. He's Jason's friend.
Yeah, I heard he strangled 3 house cats to keep an erection.
Yeah, I was taking advantage of that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, week earlier, you were in Houston, Texas at a horror film festival.
Yeah.
How many days did you spend in Houston?
3 nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
Yeah, and it was just in like the outskirts. It was like hotel land.
Yeah.
Everyone was real nice, but I didn't get a feel for Houston the way I got a feel for Austin, I feel.
Yeah, well, you did a hell of a lot more walking.
Yeah.
As everybody's finding out that comes to visit me. You put down, I got 10,000 steps, 14,000 steps in today just on a regular trot.
Hey, I'm a Montrealer, man. We walk everywhere.
That's what I knew too. And you hadn't degenerated yourself to fucking just a shit tank.
No way, man.
Like you, like myself, have barely aged over the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Most of our friends look terrible.
It's crazy, yeah. They look like Keith Richards just from doing 10 years on the road.
Yeah, it's hard.
And there's
Cedric
not even
Newman's like the only exception.
Yeah.
That guy's put more Canadian bacon down in that country than probably most of the comics that have been working in that country for 30 years.
Yeah.
He's been in everybody's bar, comedy club, fucking back alley show, fucking theaters, clubs, from Prince Edward Island to fucking Nanaimo. And everything in between, Windsor and up. I go, what are you doing?
Indiscriminate down-dicker.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, sad. Everyone knows it if you're watching.
It's wild.
It's something to be proud of, I guess.
One American television appearance, and it's over. Like, he's in.
Right.
But he's got a huge fan base in Lethbridge or something like that. You know what I mean?
He's on, what's it called? The Amazing Race right now.
That's right, with his son. That's a no-brainer for any executive. That's a fucking power move in the office. Yeah. To have those two athletes.
Handsome clones of each other.
Yeah.
Handsome,
they look like
generational clones.
the black Boondock Saints, for Christ's sakes. So, I play baseball with him and his son and his friends, and we found out that they were basketball players and not baseball players. And I also found out another thing. Don't judge a book by its cover, even if it's made out of leather. Chris Quigley fucking can play baseball, man.
Awesome.
I was a little embarrassed of myself. I'd been relatively running with weighted vests and climbing and stuff, but to run a few bases with a hard torque and make those turns, you could feel the old bolts shaking in the turn. So my cardio wasn't as explosive.
I can picture you running the bases and
I was smoking.
Just yelling pig every time your foot hits the bag.
I kept yelling at the batter, asking them if they wanted a cigarette. Who wants to smoke? I was like, shut up! Shut the fuck up! Smokes! I'm flicking cigarettes into the field. Who wants them? It was good. There's a rainstorm.
If you build it, I will come.
Holy shit, did I? We lost. Did we lose? Yeah, we must have lost. We could lose it.
But it's like the U.S. is different from Canada in that any big city you're in, you see that like the two Americas. Like, you don't see the two Canadas most places you go to, but it's just so obvious in a city like this where one side of the tracks there's the haves and the other side it's the have-nots, you know, and it's like...
It is like an old Western like that. This is like this city's kind of authentic to an old cowboy movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a sheriff in town. There's either
Sheriff Rogan.
oil stake people, and then the land workers.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see who comes to the comedy shows too, and like
Young.
Yeah.
There are a lot of young kids.
Yeah, they're super young, and all the shows are packed at multiple clubs.
Okay, yeah, well, let's go back. So you came here 9-10 days ago. We talked, 4 or 5 days ago? We did the first part of this?
Yeah, day one.
Day one. So your kind of cross-examination of what you observed, not to mention, congratulations, you had a good series of shows here in Austin.
Thanks,
and, it's nice to be in on stages where people are kind of expecting to see you do well.
Yep.
And see big names and then still treat you with respect.
Yeah. I mean, doing the smaller club there, the Creek and Cave and Creek or whatever it's called. That was I was
It was like the Rivoli in the 80s.
Yeah, not expecting to go up. But then we did the Red Band Secret Show.
Red Band Secret Show, the Vulcan, every Thursday.
And
I'm there this Saturday, by the way, on the Quick Fix Show or something. I think it's something. Shoot. Hit list.
But like, I planned my set out, and then the guy, and I'm kind of like, here's how the kind of comedy done at the Vulcan is like, I wouldn't say I was certainly not outraged, but definitely like shocked. I'm like shocked at what still is said on stage here.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
not in a way where I'm like, how dare you? I'm just like, wow, they're actually still dropping F-bombs and shit like that and tranny and shit. And I'm like, and the crowd is like double fist pump into it.
Well, this is the overcorrection.
Yes, right.
And the pendulum has always got gravity to it. It can't sit still because that's purgatory. So you're going to get, and look, I'll tell you, as somebody who's, like I say, has only made white girls in their 20s start laughing, that's part of the correction, because now I see them as a group who've revisited me. So they're a little more like volatile on both ends and being excessively open or ultra conservative.
Yes.
In the same, that's why you see these women crying, laughing, and other ones they
are just crying.
Yeah.
But
how dare you?
It was like,
in
in Toronto, I'm considered more, I don't know, daring or edgy or whatever. Here, I was like pretty tame, and I did like some of my jokes of, it's more about, I have this progressive stance about cocksucking, but doing that in Toronto, people are like, whoa, this guy's talking about cocksucking, I don't know what to think about. And then here they were like, too tame. So I had to like really just go into like deeper, darker, grosser stuff to sort of succeed.
You know what happened is people were tit-fed YouTube podcasts that are completely outrageous and over-the-top explicit content to the 10th degree. People are being fired from their jobs from things they said 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So they want that tabloid level beat.
Yeah.
And sensationality.
Yes. And it's almost like everything that a lot of the comics out of here that they get raked over the coals for, that's what they want. They want the potential for coal raking in the media and to be there for that controversial thing. And they
got me.
Yeah.
I got folks. Everyone crowd around. Let me tell you my bullshit story about something that no one really gives a fuck about.
And I feel like the less established comics here might also know that, and they're gunning for that same sort of anti-hero exposure.
It's like bragging about getting canceled on the CBC.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
Right. But it was interesting. I had to adjust, and I wish I had a second kick at it so I could craft a different set from the hop. But
Yeah.
yeah. Great
Well,
experience.
I kind of, left it open, but I was like, let's go do some comedy. This wasn't. You didn't really say I need to get to Austin to do comedy. It wasn't,
No,
it was like this was all gravy for you.
Yeah.
I think probably the green room was more of the highlight of the trip of just
Yeah.
like, look at this carnival
Yeah, man.
of failures and successes.
Yeah. Well, we posted a picture with Red Band
Yeah.
and Theo Vaughn and William Montgomery, and not one person was like, "Oh wow, you met Theo Vaughn?" Everyone was like, "William Montgomery? That guy's crazy. I love his shit." And I was like, "I don't even know who the fuck this elongated Louis C.K. looking motherfucker is."
No, it's great.
But he's so funny, and I see now why people are like, that's the face that they were surprised that I met. I think he's gonna.
Well, he's a YouTube that over the last 2 years, he's been a fixture on the show.
Yeah.
So what happened was it had a live following that was huge in LA. They never toured the show. They did a couple things in Canada, and I think one gig in Manchester. But when they I lost my train of thought.
William Montgomery.
Oh yeah, so people were already following the William Montgomery story. Well, things just spiked when he moved here, and he got sober. He quit drinking.
Okay.
He did my podcast. I can't remember what episode it is, but you can search it.
He's really nice. He went out of his way to say hi and shit.
He's a peach.
Yeah.
Him and his missus there love Jared, and
Yeah.
I didn't know how he was gonna colonize, because I didn't know how staunchy people were, but I did give the Jason Rouse seal of approval, which is gonna give you a beat
Yeah.
to fuck up.
Yeah.
You got a chance where no one else has a chance, and Jesus, after his set, there wasn't a wet eye in the dry eye in the house. It was crazy. Everybody was just like, oh my God.
There wasn't a dry eye or a wet pussy in the house.
Girls were crying. Women were rubbing. I've never seen women. It looked like the Virgin Mary had appeared in a retarded boy's eye. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to picture.
Which I don't let Jared use that word in my house, by the way. Honestly.
He's shaped like the dad from that old show Dinosaurs. Remember they had like,
Yes!
it was like live action. He's got that
He does.
he's bullfrog neck.
Peter from
Yeah.
Family Guy with Bubbles
Yeah.
from Trailer Park Boys, and all more than half of it is Mr. Magoo.
Yes. He's so very Mr. Magoo.
Dude.
But it's funny how you just walk in everywhere and no one says shit, and I'm like, I just catch a ride on your wake.
Yeah,
Like,
so I
sneak
stay
in
close,
behind.
stay close. Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about that other show we saw?
With the donkey? What show? Oh, Joe's show?
Yeah.
Nothing that happened there.
Right.
Nothing scandalous, but
But we just snuck into like Joe Rogan working out his next special.
No, all those kids are terrified. Okay? So I got it all. Look, they know the apprenticeship aspect of it. And first of all, I'm one of the few guys that talk to those motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You shoot your shot, man.
And
always shoot your shot.
I just talked to a couple of kids who hosted the Judge and Roast battle, and there were some kids bugging out before I could see them in their head.
Oh, yeah.
Going, fuck this and that. And I'm like, listen, dummy. There's so many people, kids your age, trying to do this thing, and they can't even get out of their own country to come here and fail. And you're kicking a can. You're screwed if you don't get in, because this is it for you.
Yeah.
You got nothing else.
Well, that roast battle was really funny, and like, I don't want to paint a picture of Austin as everyone just being edgelords. I think everyone was trying, a lot of the younger comics were trying to outdo each other in terms of scandalousness at Vulcan, but a lot of the stuff I've seen at the Creek and Cave there, it was like, yeah, really funny, world-class scene stuff.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. no.
Hole.
Oh no.
Wild hole.
That's It's a wild hole. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's wild hole.
Freshly molted. They just
Look at that. Look.
they just shed their spring dander.
Wild hole. It's natural. Free range hole.
Oh,
Brown
no.
squirrel. Well, how did you meet your lady?
Tinder.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm always in awe of that.
Yeah.
The people that actually get any traction on that, I've never
Yeah.
had any luck
I
on
had a
it.
special form of the app where you're allowed to talk to girls who are under the age of 14. And then I just paid to have her shipped over in a crate.
You had it labeled as ventriloquist puppet. Made her crouch the whole time.
Yeah, we met on Tinder.
Oh, really? On Tinder?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm banned
It's
from
great.
Tinder.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Look, this is the thing. Oh, Joel, you
Are you
banana.
really?
Dude, I didn't know, and you're gonna laugh in my face when I tell you, when they asked you that option to open up your photo album. Well, I don't have albums, I just have photos.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think's on the list?
Yeah, you're chewing on tampons and stuff.
No, Boomer.
No!
Yeah, so they fired my account off as soon as I gave them access to my photo album. So they look at everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're kept away from hole by the biggest hole there is.
Yeah, Boomer. Boomer Phillips on Instagram. Check him out. The Gaper. Ask him. Go, hey man, Rouse said I should message you and ask you about your asshole.
But yeah, my girlfriend's great. Check spider doctor. Not squeamish.
Yeah. What is it? In her field, is there arachna in it? 'Cause that's always a wicked word.
I mean, yeah, certainly arachnid or something or other.
Yeah.
She studies Latrodectus, this brown widow spider. Venomous shit, you know, and how they, the males, when they're breeding, will somersault directly into the female's mouth to feed themselves to the woman, to keep them occupied so they don't fuck other guys. But if the males don't want to feed themselves, they seek out a juvenile female who can breed, but still has a shell over her spider pussy
And crack it.
and so it eats through the seal over the spider pussy.
The hymen.
Yeah, basically, and then fucks that, and the female doesn't eat them. And you know, like those little, you'll see little legs next to a spider's mouth, like this. Those aren't legs; those are two cocks. So the spider's dicks are right next to their mouths, and and another trick that another trick they have is they'll stick one of their little spider mouth dicks into the spider pussy and break the cock off so that the cock plugs her pussy up, and then rival males can't get their jizz in because there's a fucking broken off spider dong hanging out in her hole.
My friend's father did that with their pool. It was an above ground pool. Yeah, that's wild. Like, look at anybody in that field of insect study. That is, and if you've seen a fly under a microscope, you clearly could build your whole life about dismantling this masterpiece.
Yeah, man.
Even though it's got shit all over its face and feet, but it looks that blue-green metallic.
Yeah,
it almost looks mechanical.
Yeah, up close they're fucked. But it's funny because like her field is so rooted in sexuality and yet still she said, she's from Czech Republic, she goes, if I had seen your act before we met, I would never have dated you.
Ooh, I've gotten that too.
But I'm like, you talk about broken off spider cocks and fucking spider cum all day.
But
I'm a nice guy.
She's using medical terms, so it classism.
Yeah.
It's classism.
Yeah, they're not spider cocks.
You can't help that you're not educated enough to argue from a medical textbook. I was trying to have a personality, you fucking cunt. And then push her in the stairs. Hey, we might be in luck, pal.
Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, the bats.
The bats.
Everyone's gathered for the bats.
They're going around. You see them?
I go to all the science talks that my girlfriend goes to as well, and they had one on bats. You can tell how much global warming is affecting certain areas by how big the bats get at a certain time of year. So if the bats are real fat by like early July,
Food supply.
yeah, there's the weather's causing like too many bugs or whatever, and oh yeah, there they go. There they go.
Is it going?
Oh no, wait, those are
Oh,
birds.
those are pigeons.
Oh, there's bats. No, there's bats. Plenty of
Oh
bats.
yeah. They're
kid
just stealing
hates it.
children. Oh yeah. Look at these little bats.
No.
Yeah, little batty bats. That's as many as I've ever seen here. Just so you know, I've been here a year and a half.
The bats kind of sound like when you jam a straw in and out of a dry poon too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. We used to go into Elroy's work. He used to work at this sub store in Hamilton in the late 80s. Subbies or something it was called. And we used to take the straws out of the box and scrape all the plaque off our teeth. And then turn them around and put them back in the box. we go plaque farming. Oh yeah, there'd be craft singles hanging off the bottom of the straw.
That made me self-conscious about my teeth. I just checked for plaque.
Austin comedy scene. Shows are packed.
Yep.
Barbecue.
Ooh, the barbecue. Yeah, that was the one negative thing that happened to me in Austin. The only thing, aside from meeting Gary, was
That's great. That's been the big punchline out here. Is fucking Gary
was
blowing it out.
this chick at the fucking Philly cheesesteak mobile food truck.
So you had to run in with a lady who runs a Philly cheesesteak or works at one. I don't know if that's her jam or not.
Yeah, I show up and like she looks like the fucking Texas chain, like
but like
Leatherface.
throw mama from the train.
Yeah, she's Leatherface with an apron.
All right. Somebody's pig.
And I'm like, I'm nice. I try to be nice to everybody. And I go, hey, how's your day? And she goes, just stares at me. I'm like, how's your day going?
Yeah.
And she's like, gives me this motion. And it's like, I was the only person there. Like, you're not even fucking, how much do you have to do? It's Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, there's 12 things on the menu and they're all in a bun.
Yeah. And so, anyway, so I just go, fine, I'll take 2 fucking cheesesteaks. And then she looks at me like I'm the asshole. And
Now you
then-
know how I feel every day. Looked at as an asshole.
And then after she's like, you want ranch dressing with that? Your cheesesteaks are ready. I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, I was gonna offer them to you earlier, but you seem to be really in a hurry. I'm like, you did this. Anyways,
That's wild. If you had to go before a jury and watch the video clip and then both have the jury talk to you guys about who's liable,
yeah.
they'd be go, what's wrong with you, lady?
Well, I left the cherry bomb in the tailpipe. I think the cheesesteak van is no longer. But the barbecue here is mental.
Yeah, the barbecue, and they're sweethearts.
Yeah. What's it called? J&L?
Yeah,
Fuck, that brisket's like butter.
yeah.
You
But
could spread it.
yeah, same with the turkey.
And I know a thing or two about spread and biscuit.
Oh,
Brisket.
I
There's spread and
I
biscuits,
eat there
dude.
so much. It's so good.
Oh yeah, good food. Good food in Austin. No complaints.
Oh, banana peels. Fuck, I'm so lethargic. I feel like I'm underhydrated. I think I need Pedialyte.
Well, we were sucking guys off all weekend. That really takes
Yeah,
it
but
out
I
of you.
woke up halfway through one. I was like, is it Wednesday? You guys are an hour early. It is gorgeous. I saw a couple taking their wedding photos next to a body floating in the river. Like the Dead Sea. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me at your place.
Oh, good. I'm glad you made it. I think we've been talking while you were in Germany, and then you'd mentioned you were making a trip to Texas and Houston, and it was too close not to. And it's been, for somebody who doesn't really complain or care about the heat here, you can have a good time.
Oh yeah, I love this shit.
Yeah.
I went to San Francisco, it's gonna be 20 degrees, and I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Might as well be Arctic.
Yeah. So
Like this, where it feels like you're hanging out in Jared's mouth. You know?
yeah, it does smell like bad dairy.
That's
Hunter Comedy.
Hunter Comedy on Instagram.
Hunter Comedy on Instagram. We are here live in Austin, Texas, with Hunter Collins on an episode of Roustabout. Thanks for listening, everybody, and listen to the band.
He's just a roustabout.